as the cars line up on the grid. Bit of a breeze in the air today as the guys roll into their grid position. John Kinmond on pole position for this race 2 of the Classic Sports and Saloon Car Championship. Race number 1 was, it was won by John Kinmond. Second was Andrew Graham. After qualifying, so Alistair Bapty, on the front row of the grid. So Alistair Bapty with a cracking qualifying slot put him in second place in his little Fiat X19. So we await the starters' orders and we look forward to getting these guys down towards the hairpin for the first time of asking. So Kinmond on the front row of the grid alongside him, none other than that lovable chap in the big, well, we do like that big car, don't we? John Kinmond out there in his big Rover and Andrew Graham alongside him as the guys head down towards the hairpin for the first time of asking. And somebody's not gone away from the mid-pack there, unfortunately. The Golf just didn't move. It's as simple as that. Charlie Cope will be kicking himself with that one as Kinmond leads in towards the hairpin for the first time of asking. Lots of tyres squealing as the guys all come through over a patch of oil dry which has been put down from an earlier race. And away they go. Charlie Cope bringing up the tail end. He won't be happy with that. But that was Bruce Mitchell back there with him as well. What's happened to Bruce Mitchell? We need to keep our eyes on that. So down the back straight they come towards the chicane. Not really an overtaking place. As you can see, the cars come flying over the crest of the chicane. And in the start, the long process of climbing back up towards McIntyre's, through McIntyre's, then Leslie's, and it goes steep uphill as they go through the top of Duffy's Dip and head off to click off the first lap of race number 2 for these guys here this weekend in the anti-clockwise configuration at Knockhill Racing Circuit. There goes Kinmond, there goes Graham already. Nice big gap over Raymond Boyd and his now turbocharged Porsche. That's an interesting thing we need to pick up on there, because Raymond has turbo disc over the winter and it does seem to be struggling through the mid-rev range. There's a bit of a misfire kicking in there, so let's hope that Raymond has got to the bottom of that with the guys from SWR Street White Racing. And if anyone can, those guys certainly can. But he's got Jimmy Crow problems now as he heads towards Hislop's and Clark's. Jimmy Crow already passed him, and Alistair Bapty all over the back of him now as they go through Clark Corner. And Michael Longstaff will be the next one through. Charlie Cope has got that Golf a little bit further up, but that's where it should be. A dreadful start for Charlie Cope. He won't be happy with that one at all. The Volkswagen Golf, the 1800 Volkswagen Golf, in very capable hands, driven by Charlie. That's what we should say, very, very capable hands. Bruce Mitchell, a little bit off the pace in this one. I hazard a guess and say that car's not running right because Bruce Mitchell is a lot faster than the position he's in right now. And look at that, Raymond Boyd a little bit slow over the top of Duffy's Dip, and Alistair Bapty goes round the outside of him, squeezes a little X19B through a tiny, tiny gap there, and he managed to make that one stick, and he's already disposed as well of Jimmy Crow. So Alistair Bapty gets himself up into a fine, solid third position. He'll be pretty happy with that, for how it's going. And yeah, something's not right with Bruce Mitchell in that Lotus Europa. But meanwhile, we'll look at the hairpin. Sunny skies with a few dark clouds above the hairpin there at Knockhill. Probably nothing to worry about. The leader goes through, heading towards the chicane, and he's chased by Andrew Graham in the TR8. Big TR8. We first saw Willie Toy bringing those to the scene, and boy did Willie drive them and make it look fun, especially in the wet here. Did spend a lot of time getting dizzy in the car, but he found the grass, he found the wet actually quite well in the grass as well as the track as the leaders go over the crest of Duffy's. Great camera shot this, zooming back towards the apex of Duffy's Dip. We wait for the next place man. Alistair Bapty comes through. Look at that, skirting over the top of that sausage curb as well, the hot dog curb. Well done, Alistair, that was pretty good. As the leaders are already down at the hairpin, you can see the sizable gap behind Andrew Graham there. He's going to be pretty happy with how things sit with him just now. As Bapty comes in, chased by Jimmy Crow, then Raymond Boyd, then Charlie Cope. Wow, what a comeback drive that's been for Charlie Cope in the Golf. We need to take our hats off to Charlie there. Remember, he basically stopped that on the line. He's now ahead off the little Mini. And Michael Longstaff in that Mini. We'll be trying to put up a bit of a fight. William Conway, sorry, in the Mini. Longstaff, get that one right, yeah. As the leaders go down the back straight now. Mini Clubman, first car I ever had. I didn't have a Mini Clubman GT, mind you. I don't think Michael Conway's style in that car. Michael Longstaff driving the MG Midget, I should get that correct. And that's Stuart Thorburn they're going past in there, and that's a beautiful Mark 1 Escort that Stuart Thorburn got. Although, yeah, it doesn't look a little bit off the pace. Stuart Thorburn, normally a man a lot quicker than that. I used to race against Stuart in Formula Ford Z-Tech, but before that Stuart raced the Kent cars, the Kent Formula Ford cars, and he's been around for a long time. The man from Duns, and his son Jamie now racing to great success in the National Formula Ford Championship with Cliff Dempsey Racing. So Stuart here this weekend, just giving his little Escort a bit of a run out, and it looks like it doesn't really, well, it doesn't go well, but it's maybe getting nursed, shall we say. As Charlie Cope goes underneath Raymond Boyd going through the airpin. Oh, hang on, the leader's got a problem. That's John Kinman. Kinman pulls onto the grass at the exit of Clark's on the inside, and he parks that just before the entrance to the chicane, and that puts Andrew Graham into lead, and more impressively, Alistair Bapty into second place in the little Fiat X19B. Now, what has gone wrong for John Kinman there? It just sounded like the car basically died coming through Clark Corner. John gets out of the car, nothing visibly wrong with it, walks away from it, and that was your second place man. There's your new third place man, Jimmy Crow in the Escort, and that puts Charlie Cope, who stalled it on the grid basically last, puts him well up into the top 5. So Charlie Cope is going to be delighted with that one. And unfortunately, the demise of John Kinman has helped all the rest of the field out, because when the leader goes out, everybody moves up one position. There was nothing visible that we could see wrong with the car. There wasn't any fluid leaking out of it. Didn't look like there was anything broken on the car, so it must be either an electrical problem or something worse inside the engine. But Alistair Bapty, he's going to have to keep his wits about him, because he's not far enough ahead of that man there, Jimmy Crow, as they go through. Jimmy Crow, beautiful drift over the crest of the chicane there. Jimmy made that look pretty good actually. Let's hope Wi-Fi lets him get a set of tyres later on in the year. Jimmy always tries to get the whole year out with a set of tyres, or so he says. So he says, and he comes to qualifying and puts on a new one when nobody's looking. Bapty in that Morris Leslie sponsored X19B over the crest of Duffus, but there's your new leader. He's just gone through shop and he's got an absolutely colossal lead. Andrew Graham accelerates, you can hear the big V8, heads towards Clark Corner. Second and third go through. Charlie Cope into fourth place there. And who's our fifth place man? Is it Raymond Boyd by any chance? Will we get a glimpse of Boyd? Yes, there we do. Raymond Boyd comes in ahead of William Conway. Now, Boyd is going to have to watch. If that Porsche isn't on song, William Conway in the little mini Coleman GT is going to have him sooner or later as they go past the stricken John Kinman halfway down the back straight. Oh no! Charlie Cope! Well, it's gone from bad to worse for Charlie, but he's getting the park beside John Kinman at least. So he breaks down out the race, and John Kinman watches on. They'll be able to trade stories about what went wrong and how the race managed to get away from each other. But Charlie Cope retires the Golf from fourth position, 1800cc Golf, the Mark 1. Out gets Charlie. Good in an XR2 in his day as well. I mean, saying in his day, he's not old, so Charlie Cope will be annoyed with that one. Bruce Mitchell goes through now. Is this the time that Bruce Mitchell makes a bit of a comeback? Because he's leaving it a little bit late. He's about to go a lap down actually. It's over the crest of the chicane goes Graham, and there goes Bapty now. And is Alistair Bapty going to have a bit of a shock upset here? And could he get a win? He's just over 3 seconds off the back right now of Andrew Graham. And Andrew Graham's going to, as we've said, have to keep his wits about him. Blue flag waving. XR2 goes a lap down. A couple of XR2s in this race. In fact, we've got Duncan O'Neill. And we've also got Martin Ramsey circulating up there. So Duncan O'Neill goes a lap down as the leader goes through the airpin. Bruce Mitchell, the next car in view. And Bapty is catching Andrew Graham. It was 3.5 seconds a lap before. It's now down to 3.2 seconds as we get towards the finishing point of the race. Or just the finish of the race rather than the finishing point. As Bruce Mitchell now goes down the back straight past what is becoming a car park at the entrance to the chicane. There goes your leader. Where's Bapty? He should be flashing into view as Stuart Thorburn applies a little bit of pressure as he goes over the crest of the hill to Michael Longstaff in the midget. Longstaff should be able to see him off. I don't think Stuart Thorburn's actually trying too hard to tell the truth. Whether he's running the car in or whether the car's got a problem, I'd expect Stuart to be a little bit further up than that, and the Escort should be faster than the midget. There goes Bruce Mitchell over the line, and listen to this. Sounds lovely, doesn't it? Absolutely cracking sound from that big TR8, the V8 engine in that. And Bapty, this time the gap stays exactly the same. 3.2 seconds as they go over the start-finish line and head towards Clark Corner. The third place car will be through now. Jimmy Crowe goes through. Fourth place, Charlie Cope retired, so that does actually put Raymond Boyd up into fourth place. As over the chicane one more time and through Butchers, Bruce Mitchell now in between Bapty in second place and Graham, the leader. Very unusual little looking, that Fiat X19 being asked. Bapty really is driving the wheels off that little car. You can see he's having to try so hard through the twisty section to carry corner speed, try and catch up when he gets to the straight. And Andrew Graham disappears into the distance. It's the classic tortoise and the hare. Bapty very much, I don't really know what he is, to tell you the truth. He's a menace, that's what the man is, as he chases Andrew Graham towards Clark Corner. Andrew Graham at this point will be looking to try and nurse the car home, bring it home gently, look after the brakes. And is there smoke coming out the back of that TR8? What have we said? The commentator's curse is about to kick in here. Smoke from the back of it. Bapty will be absolutely loving this one as he comes up through Butchers in towards McIntyre's, and then launches the car at the back of Bruce Mitchell, but the leader goes over the crest of Duffy's Dip and then accelerates up the straight. He's maybe just kept this one just enough time as he goes over the line, and Andrew Graham will be pretty chuffed with how it's gone. Alistair Bapty chase as much as he can, but it's not going to be, because Andrew Graham nurses the TR8 home to a fine victory. Alistair Bapty comes home to an even finer second place, only 2.7 seconds. 2.7 seconds off the win. Jimmy Crowe comes home in third place. Quite a distance off the back of Alistair Bapty, and he'll be scratching his head over that one, with Raymond Boyd in fourth, William Conway in fifth place, Michael Longstaff gets a good result in sixth, Martin Ramsey, Bruce Mitchell, Duncan O'Neill and Stuart Thorburn. Their retirements, well, we saw two of them, Charlie Cope, John Kimmon and Mario Ferrari start the race.